Anyone that I talk to in this industry about the topic of installing EV chargers in condo buildings all have the same look in their eyes. It's just like a look of defeat. It's like bashing your head against the wall trying to get these condo buildings to install these EV chargers. But what's the problem here? It shouldn't be this difficult. Do you have any thoughts or your own opinions about this? I'd love to hear them in the comments below. I respond to every comment. I'll tell you the process of how this usually works in these condo buildings, and I swear it's the same every time. Someone that lives in the building will drive an electric car, and if we're lucky, it will be someone that's on the Strata Council or in the group of decision makers. And they'll go to the rest of the group and say, hey, we should install some EV chargers in our condo building. And the rest of the group will say, okay, yeah, let's get a bunch of quotes to see how much this is going to cost. Pretty simple, right? So then they reach out to these companies and the electricians come by, they take a look at everything, they do the site visit, and they quote them on the project, right? But what's happening is these electricians, they get all the information, they go back to their office and they're like, this is going to be forever. This is going to take so long. And they send it back to the condo. And then the people on the condo take a look at this quote and they freak out because it's way more money than they thought it would be. And then the clock starts ticking and time starts going by and everybody's like, whoa, we're not doing that. Or, oh, this isn't important now. Let's wait into the future. It just drags on and on and on. But what they don't know and what happened behind closed doors with the electrician was the electrician's done this 1,000 times. They've gone to countless buildings, gone through the same process, quoted these projects, and nothing, crickets. They never hear back because they know the strata or the condo is going to go through this whole process of arguing over it. And, there's usually one person that's super against it and one person that's really for it. And then they just take a look at these numbers like, whoa, why is this so expensive? But what they don't know is there's a reason why this is so expensive because the electrician knew that this is going to take forever. This isn't going to get approved until a year, maybe 2 years down the line. So they've worked in all of those costs into the project because they're anticipating this to happen 2 years from now. So they're just throwing a bunch of extra money on top to cover them just in case, it's way in the future. And they also know that they're probably going to have to get a bunch of phone calls from people on this council asking questions or changing the quote, or they're going to have them come back and redo something because they think that if they, get rid of this one spot, then this area is going to reduce the quote by half. It's a lot. And this mostly comes from the people in the condo building really not being on the same page and not being serious about these projects. And it's frustrating. Like, I understand both sides of it. I've seen both sides from the condo point of view and from the EV charging company or the electrician point of view. There's a lot of time that gets wasted in between all this. I swear if a condo was serious about a project and they went to this electrician and they said, look, we're serious about this. We want to move forward with these projects. We're willing to spend, let's say, 200 grand on upgrading our building for EV charging, and we're ready to do this within the next 6 months. I almost guarantee that quote is going to drop by like 25%. And maybe I'm being a little bit negative just because I've done so many site visits and talked to so many strata councils, and it's discouraging, right? Like, you put a lot of work into these quotes and these projects, and then you just never hear back, or, oh, we'll get back to you on our next council meeting or whatever. And it's like literally years go by and you don't hear from anybody. And then one day you get a phone call like, hey, we're looking for an updated quote. So then you have to go back and do it all over again, talk to all the suppliers. There's a reason why these projects are so expensive. And I swear it's because these condos don't really take it that seriously. They don't really want to move forward. And I get it. It's not their fault. You have to get a bunch of people to vote and agree on it. But there's definitely ways to do this that makes this process more simple. This isn't just me complaining. I'm going to throw out a couple solutions here. I've created these really great packages of success that have so much vital information on what to look out for. These packages will help you so much on your EV charging journey, and you can find those in the links below.